Hi, my name is Richard Mantho. I am another 40 CEO.
The African Renaissance. The concept that the African people and nation shall overcome the current challenges confronting the continent and achieve cultural, scientific, and economic renewal is here, with young men and women taking the lead. Some call them the new school heroes. We call them under 40 CEOs.
Richard Mantho is the CEO at Orel Ghana Limited, a real estate advisory firm. He is also managing partner at Orel Partners Limited, an affiliate of Orel Ghana Limited, which is a specialized consulting firm providing financial advisory and capital raising services to multinational companies and local corporates located within the West African sub-region. The institution was set up to provide transaction and financial advisory services in economic sectors of the sub-region that are vital to the development of its economies and the socio-economic well-being of its people, namely financial services, agriculture, telecommunication, mining, transportation, energy, real estate, and infrastructure.
Welcome to Under 40 CEOs, Richard.
Thank you.
All right, Richard, you got a bachelor's degree in business in Ivory Coast. Now, why French-speaking Ivory Coast?
I'm Ivorian.
Oh.
Yeah, I came to Ghana in 2005. During the crisis, we are looking at maybe coming to do English, then go to the UK or America to continue school there. So when I got to Accra, the first night, the freedom of Accra made me change my mind. I said, no, I'm not going again to these American things.
Wow.
Let me stay here for some time. So I learned English for 9 months. Then I enrolled in NIT to do IT.
Okay.
So I did that for, I think, 2 years. I finished in 2008, 2009.
Okay.
And I went back to Cote d'Ivoire. When I got there, my uncle had a law firm, and I was trying to be around him. He's like looking for a job with the IT degree that I got, So as I was with him, he was telling me, look, learn what I'm doing, look at what I'm doing. And I really like it. It was nice because we interacted with people. You could meet all sorts of people, all classes.
Wow.
So I said, I like this one. An IT man will be stuck somewhere doing some cables and things. I think this is good. So he told me, look, there's an university somewhere where you could do some evening class and then maybe update and then upgrade yourself to a bachelor. Then I went to register. The school is called IBMT,
Okay.
IBMT in French, yeah.
Okay.
So I went to do the bachelor there. It was like a 1 year. So during the time where I was going to school in the evening, in the morning I was learning the work on the field. He had a law firm, but he had the real estate part that was there, and that's where I was. So he taught me brokerage, he taught me how to sell, how to rent, do contracts, how to entertain clients, to deal with them, all these kind of things. So when the crisis started, my wife is Ghanaian, so the family said, look, let's come to Ghana. Then we came here.
Okay, so fast forward to 2014. You had become vice president of Ghana Real Estate Professional in Accra. What were your responsibilities at the time?
GREPA was set up in 2011, and I've been approached by the president, Vicky Sampa. And then she had other agents, well-established agents that we all together, when I got to the first meeting, she said, look, I'm thinking of starting this industry. Why don't you help? And I said, oh, fine. I'm interested. Why not? Then we started. And definitely, when we are in in an organization, we were like the main funders, like the beginners. And then as time went on, and then now government came in, whereby there's a bill that is going to be passed. And I sat there on the meeting with the MPs to discuss the bill and everything. So I think that was really my work. It was not something that was known to many people because it's not everything that you do that is good that you have to let everybody know about. The government traveled, there was a delegation that went to the States. We have a bilateral agreement with the NAR, that's the American Real Estate Association. We are recognized by them. GREPA is well recognized by them. And we have a bilateral agreement we signed. The government people were there, the MPs were there and everything. It was good.
For someone who just learned English some years ago, you speak quite well. And in 2015, you were a panelist at the Real Estate Conference on Real Estate as an Emerging Market.
Lamudi?
That was by Lamudi. What's your favorite thing to talk about at these kind of events?
You're asking me for a French person, how am I speaking English very well? I have a wife who's Ghanaian. Okay. And if you are fighting with your wife every day and you are talking and you are trying, you pick up. And when you want something, you dig into things. You see, if I said I want to do business in Ghana, it means I have to speak the language. It means I need to do effort. I need to work hard to get to that level where I could speak English and be well understood by people. Now, for the panel, I've been approached by Lamudi to come on a panel concerning real estate. They think I have an insight into the market because I've been in the market for over 5-6 years now, and then I'm doing quite well. It's like closing some deals here and there, and we are structured in a very professional way compared to other agencies. So maybe they thought that I could come and talk, So I went there. I thought what I had in my mind.
Now, you have work experience not only in Ghana, but in Ivory Coast and also in Nigeria. Please do tell me more about that.
I think in Ivory Coast, Nigeria, nothing yet. Nigeria, we are now trying to penetrate. We went in 2012, in Lagos to see. We came back. We went again this year. And then this year, we are starting properly in Lagos. But Abidjan, as I told you, I was working with my uncle, who is a lawyer. He has a law firm, so he trained me. He really taught me everything. So when I came here, I started with a company here called Orel Ghana. That was a brokerage firm, just to know the market, to understand the way Ghanaian think, to understand many things. Yeah, that's where I started, and then I jumped into the water.
So now you know the market.
I know.
What are the most important things to note in the real estate business in Accra?
Ghana is a very small market in terms of real estate. Everybody knows everybody. I think you need to do like a deep search into properties. Don't just believe things. If somebody say, I'm selling my property, you need to do what we call a KYC, know your client. You need to know the client, you need to get into him, get into his life, and you need to be very straightforward. You need to be because whatever you do today, somebody will know tomorrow, and so you need to be very straightforward with your dealings.
Okay. Yeah. So Orel Ghana is a real estate advisory service firm in Ghana. How and why did you launch in 2011? We came
from Ivory Coast. We didn't have anything doing. We ran away from a war, And because I was doing that in Abidjan, that was the only thing and it's nice. It's like fun for me. So I said, look, why don't I do the same thing? Why don't I do the same brokerage job? It will help me even to know people quickly in Ghana. It will help me to understand the country. Because now the way it is, it's like I'm going to be here for a long time because there's crisis in my country. So that's the main reason why I jump into that.
Now, I just learned about Orel Partners Limited, and you say you are a specialized consulting firm providing financial advisory and capital raising services to multinational companies and local corporates located within the West African sub-region. Please tell me about this newer venture of yours.
This is our new baby. The joy I have in the real estate job was to see happiness in people. For instance, you come to me, oh, Richard, I have my house, I'm desperate. The mortgage, I can't pay. The bank is on my back. I'm hot. Please get somebody to rent it for me quickly. Or sell it for me. And then I help you to do that. And I help you to rent and to sell. And you are happy. And you come and say, oh, thank you. Definitely bring my check. Thank you, Richard. Oh, I'm going to sort myself out and all this stuff. This is my joy. So I was doing that for a long time. And that's what I was saying. The market in Ghana is very small. At the point, it's like everybody now is an agent. Everybody is doing the deal. Everybody is doing the work. So I was like, look, let me look at something else. Then, because when I was doing the rental, the sales and everything, I got to know a lot of investment bankers. And I really like them. And when I like something, I go deep into it. I'll go and find out, search, know what they do, what is their job, what is it about, what is this investment banking thing. And they are a very jet set type of lifestyle. It's like when they close a deal, it's like it's big. It's not like our small commission there and there. Even to pay you is a problem. The client, they don't respect us. So it's like to pay your commission, if you have made a deal of 1 million, you have to get, let's say, $20,000. The person will pay you the $10,000 in 3 months. You come and give you 5,000 today, tomorrow, because there's nothing that regulates our industry. So I feel like, look, I can see that I have a potential. What is that? The potential is connection. I can connect one and one to do something. So if I can connect one and one to sell a house, why can't I connect one and one to raise money for a deal? Do you understand? Then I said, look, that's fine. Then I spoke to 2 friends who were doing the job before, who were in the investment banking. And I said, look, this guy, that's what I want to do. I have the office, I have everything ready. I just need the expertise. I will get people. You just tell me what you want. I can go and check and get somebody who wants this, who can help, and we can go ahead. That's how we started.
Beautiful. Now, I'm sure that this businesses you do requires a lot of negotiation, and that's how, on LinkedIn, that's the one skill you've been endorsed for.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
The highest, that you're highly skilled in negotiation. Now, what was the last deal you negotiated, and how did it go?
there's something we call non-disclosure agreement. That's something that happened in the financial sector. So you can't disclose deals and things. But what I want to tell you is that when you want to close a deal, you don't just come for the deal. You come for the person. For instance, if I want to Mr. Fab to invest in a business, I will not come and say, Mr. Fab, please invest in this business. No. I will become friendly with Mr. Fab. I will become somebody he trusts. He trusts. It's like, I'm your main man. It's like I'm your guy. Then it will be easier for you to understand my project when I come to you with the project. So I do that lay down work first. I do that first. That's the main thing. I become your friend. You see the true me. You see who I am. You trust me. You realize that, look, this is the guy I can do deal with. Then I can come and present a business to you. Then you will see that my negotiation with you will be a bit easier than if I've come straight to you and say, look, I want to invest in this, or I have this deal, I want you to do this, and I want to do. So this is my understanding of negotiation.
This is Under 40 CEOs.
Richard has a disposition that's almost military, and working with precision is his thing. I seek to know more about his business, his projects, challenges, and leadership style.
Okay, Richard, I saw this headline in 2013 that read, Orel Ghana to provide affordable and stylish housing for young employees. Please do tell me about this project.
By being in the market, we realized that a lot of properties that are being put up, sold out, we are selling those properties, are very expensive, and a normal Ghanaian cannot afford, can't buy those properties. And I had a problem why young people, let's say bankers, people that work for insurance company, why can't they live in Accra, in the main district, business district, and they have to live, let's say, in an outskirts, like outside Accra, let's say in Tema or in Kaswa. So I had that problem. I said, but that's not normal. So I was trying to put up a project together where I will meet people, owners of land in Kokomlemle, Adabraka, these are around the district area, and then try and do a joint venture with these people, Achimota, Westland. Then they give their land, we put up high-rise condominium and things like that, so that young people could afford to buy like 200,000, 150,000, and so. That was what I was thinking of putting up together. But there again, I made a mistake. I didn't do my proper work. When I jumped into it, I realized that many lands are not well registered. The owner is not the real owner. It's complicated, a lot of complication.
Wow.
And then I decided to pull again, like to wait and see, because it's not as I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just...
So tell me, what's the biggest real estate project that you've ever worked on?
Oh, a lot. You see, again, NDA, non-disclosure agreements. You can't just mention people's, but there are a lot of people in Accra, a lot of people have sold. You know, we are, in Africa, things are not like, you can't just say something, you tell them, oh, I've sold the property for this person, and tomorrow, they say, so this body was for you, and they create a problem. I don't want to be, and there's a non-disclosure agreement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what project, can you tell me what project you're currently working on?
I have a friend who approached me, and he wants us to do affordable houses as well. But he has a land now. He has a land now.
Properly registered?
Yeah, properly registered and everything. And he's a good guy, but I've not got into it too much. And then to say the truth, I've backed down a bit in real estate, as I've told you. Now I'm trying to put more energy on the advisory and then investment side.
Okay, so tell me, how has travel and interacting with different cultures and people added value to you?
It's fun, and then you have now a different view of things, and your mind gets open, because you realize that the way you understand things is different from the way South Africa understand business. It's different from the way an Ivorian or a Nigerian understand business. Like as I was saying, I was in Lagos, and I realized that in Lagos, the language that speak there is rudeness and then forceful. But in Ghana, we are retired. It's like everything, take it easy. When you're the type that you want to move things around, it's like, hey, what are you trying to show? Please, take it easy, please, where are you going? You see, that's the language here. So it's like when you cross those barriers and you cross countries, you understand different people, different way of thinking, and it builds you up, it adds up to you. You become cautious of how to deal with people. And then it helps you in negotiation. So when you're negotiating maybe with a Ghanaian, you know that you have to respect, because that's something that they value in this country. You have to call the person boss, chief, sir, you have to do certain things. But if you do something with somebody in Ivory Coast, we don't really care. Do you understand? If maybe somebody in Nigeria, maybe they want to go straight to the point. They don't want to waste time around. So you learn all these things, and then it helps you. It helps you in your negotiation skills.
Okay, so Richard, you're on Twitter, and your last tweet is at the time of this recording is dated 14th April 2013. And you said something quite interesting, and I would like to quote, "I just can't give up now." Now, firstly, what were you thinking at the time? Then secondly, I know that CEOs, go through lots and lots of challenging situations, and you've gone through some to achieve the strides that you have achieved so far. So what are these challenges that you've had to overcome, and how did you overcome them?
Challenges, I think, is your companion in business. If you want to be an entrepreneur, challenge should be your friend. You should be willing to accept it, because without it, you don't grow. You don't become somebody. That's where you learn. That's where you understand. You understand what you're doing. Gone through a lot of challenges, a lot of it, a lot. But there's something that we have. There's a power that I have. That is in God. I believe in God and I have faith. And then I believe that to get somewhere, you need to have tenacity. Do you understand? That the tenacity of a camel. You never say you are tired. You always move. No matter what happens, you move. And then God is there. So I think that day, what happened? 2013. Maybe I was going through something that was a bit difficult. And I realized that I was trying to encourage myself. That's something I have. I encourage myself. I don't need someone to encourage me. No matter the situation, I believe that whatever happened, good, bad, is good. One day I was going for a trip in Abidjan for a big deal. I was going with some investors for a bank that I think was 140 million. You're going to meet the people and everything. And my wife dropped me at the airport. So when she dropped me at the airport, we took our plane. It's 45 minutes. When we got to Abidjan, I got a call from my bishop. I said, Bishop, what's happening? I was telling Bishop, I'm in Abidjan, I'm chilling, I'm in the hotel. But he was not talking. He was not talking nicely. He said, oh, is that okay? Okay. But there's this problem that your wife had an accident. And I was like, really? She just dropped me. She said, yeah, on the way back home. A car came to run into a car. And then she was taken to the hospital. I was like, really? So my spirit almost like went down. It's like shut my spirit. But I said, no, it's not going to change what I've come to do here. I'm doing it and I'm coming. And I went ahead, I went to my meeting. It was a successful meeting. And we came back, went to the hospital. I saw her, she was okay. So these are the things that you see and you realize that, look, no matter what happened, there's always something good. Because I thought of it saying that, what about if she was dead, but she's alive? Then I have to thank God.
Okay, so let's talk about human resource. This is a key element, to consider when growing any enterprise. Now, how do you hire?
I have one principal thing. That's loyalty. You could be the best graduate from Harvard. You could have all the degree. I don't care about you. I'm looking for a particular thing in you, loyalty, faithfulness. And how can you carry my vision? If you come and work for me and I say, I want you to do A, B, C, D, and then you think that you have a knowledge and you want to do C, D, B, A, then I can employ you with all what you have as degree. All I want is like somebody I can say, do A and he does A, do B and he will do B. Do you understand? These are the kind of things that I consider. And also, after all this, someone that I can interact with, can suggest things to me. I don't want a yes, sir, master type of person now. So I'm looking at these three things.
Okay, so having said that, what would you say is your leadership style?
My style is Richard Mantho style. My leadership style is my style. And my style may be unique to you all, but it's my style. I believe that I am the one that had a vision, right? And then you are here to help me carry it to the successful end. Okay. So when you come and be with me, I am the captain, you are the back, and we move on. That's how it is.
Okay, beautiful. So tell me, have you ever failed as a leader?
Failed?
Yes.
But if you don't fail, then you are not a leader. You need to fail to just rise up on your failure. And failure is a type of training. I failed in many ways.
So how important is delegation to you?
When I tell you something, you do it the way I want, then we are fine. But when I tell you, do the way you think you are doing and you think that is the best way for me, then we are in trouble. Okay. You and me won't work together for a long time. Okay. Yeah.
So what values are important to you and to your firm?
I think loyalty is number one. We want faithfulness, the type of marriage, type of relationship. That's what I have with my workers. With my workers, we're like family. I'm not a boss that is at the top level there and then everybody's down. No, I am the boss with everybody. So I am boss in work. But when we are out, we are friends. We hang out. And we always use an experience that we go to together as a teaching for all of us. So I feel like we learn. I'm learning, they are learning, and we move on. Yeah.
So what's the biggest letdown you would say you've had in your career so far?
I don't see those things as a letdown. I believe that it was the will of God for somebody who was with me, and then the person said, okay, look, I'm leaving you, or you're not planning. You didn't think that the person would do that and the person has done this. I will accept it because I don't know what God has planned. Maybe if you were there, maybe you caused my death. So it's better you go. Do you understand? So I don't consider it as a letdown. I think it's normal. It's a process of life. You see, we all go, and then people have their ways, and then people move on. And I try as much as possible to maintain good relationship with all people that have passed through my life, people that have helped me, even the ones that are not happy with me today. When I see them, I still laugh. I say, hey, how are you? As if we don't have a problem. But the person should worry about me, I'm fine.
This is Under 40 CEOs. This is Under 40 CEOs.
The Richard Mantho style is quite fascinating, and I need to find out more. What is the Richard Mantho style when it comes to laying back and enjoying the resources he works so hard to earn? I seek to find out.
I have a few quick fire questions for you.
Yes.
What do you love to eat?
I like fish.
So how would you describe your fashion style?
It's me. Everything that crosses my head, I do.
So what's your favorite brand to wear?
I don't think I have a favorite brand.
Now, what CEOs do you currently look up to?
Tidjane Thiam is the CEO of the Credit Suisse.
What's your favorite car to drive?
The E-Class.
So what's your favorite travel destination?
I want to go to Singapore. Yeah.
Your favorite book of all time?
The Heart of Leadership by Bishop Dag Heward-Mills.
And what book are you reading right now?
He That Have is written by Bishop Dag Heward-Mills as well.
And what makes you happy?
Closing the deal. That's the best. I'm a closer. I have a song here in the office. I am a closer. When I close the deal, then that's it. Happiness. Before the check comes, I'm happy because I can see the dough.
All right.
And I'll see happiness in the people's face. Yeah.
Okay.
And he closed $1 million deal. I'm still waiting for that $1 million check. I'm waiting for it.
It's coming.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on Under 40 CEOs,
Thank
Richard.
you. Thank you very much, Mr. Fab. Hi, my name is Richard Mantho. You can be an Under 40 CEO too.